There is a maintenance habit quietly practiced in garages across Japan that most Volkswagen owners in the West have never even heard of, and it has almost nothing to do with how often you change your oil, and everything to do with how you do it. Mechanics who specialize in high mileage. Japanese market vehicles see this pattern constantly. Engines pushing past 300,000, 400,000, even 500,000 miles, still running clean and tight, while an identical engine driven the standard way starts showing internal wear decades sooner. The difference almost always traces back to four small habits most owners have never been taught. Where this technique actually comes from. Picture a taxi fleet operator in Tokyo whose livelihood depends entirely on vehicles that cannot afford unscheduled downtime, running the same engines for hundreds of thousands of miles under constant stop and go city driving, year after year without major failure. That kind of extreme reliability was never an accident. Japan's rigorous vehicle inspection system, combined with a culture of meticulous fleet maintenance, forced mechanics to develop habits that catch engine wear at its earliest, cheapest stage, long before it becomes the kind of expensive failure Western drivers often treat as inevitable with age. Those same habits eventually made their way into independent shops specializing in high-mileage imports, and mechanics who have applied them to Volkswagen engines report the same pattern showing up again and again. Engines that simply do not wear the way the manual's maintenance schedule assumes they will. What makes this especially relevant for Volkswagen owners is that many modern VW engines share the same turbocharged direct injection design philosophy that makes oil quality and timing even more critical than on older, simpler engines. A technique built around squeezing extra decades out of a hard-working taxi engine translates almost perfectly onto a turbocharged Volkswagen facing similar heat and stress under the hood. None of it requires anything exotic. It comes down to four specific habits, and the first one directly challenges what most owners assume about how often oil actually needs to be changed. Why the factory interval leaves wear on the table. Think about following your Volkswagen's factory recommended oil change interval to the letter, assuming that number was chosen purely around what is best for your engine's long-term health. In reality, factory intervals are calculated around a wide range of driving conditions, extended warranty coverage windows, and average ownership periods, rather than the absolute healthiest interval for an engine you plan to keep for hundreds of thousands of miles. Oil that technically still falls within a safe range on paper can already contain enough microscopic contaminants and combustion byproducts to be quietly grinding against bearing surfaces every time the engine runs. That slow, invisible wear is exactly the kind mechanics see show up decades later as increased oil consumption, reduced compression, and eventually costly internal repairs that could have been avoided with a shorter interval all along. It is worth being clear that this is not about distrusting Volkswagen's engineering. The factory interval is a reasonable, safe number for the average owner, keeping a car for 8 or 10 years. It simply was not optimized for an owner whose actual goal is squeezing out 3, 4, or 5 times that lifespan. And that different goal calls for a different standard. The technique's first real habit addresses this directly, and it starts with a change to how often oil actually gets swapped out, not just what type goes in. Step 1. Cutting the interval meaningfully shorter. Imagine an engine running on oil for the full factory interval, unaware that combustion byproducts and fine metal particles have been steadily accumulating well before that number is reached, quietly increasing friction with every mile driven in the final stretch of that interval. The core habit here is straightforward. Rather than stretching to the maximum interval printed in the manual, this approach calls for changing oil meaningfully earlier, giving contaminants far less time to accumulate and do damage before they get flushed out entirely. This does mean more frequent oil changes and a higher long-term cost in oil and filters, but that cost is consistently smaller than the cost of the internal wear it prevents, especially on turbocharged Volkswagen engines that run hotter and place additional stress on oil compared to naturally aspirated designs. A useful way to think about it is treating oil like a sponge with a limited capacity. Early on, it absorbs contaminants efficiently and still lubricates well. Past a certain point, that same sponge is nearly full, and every additional mile driven on it does less protecting and more damage. Changing it before that saturation point, rather than right up against it, is the entire philosophy behind this first habit. Shortening that interval alone addresses a meaningful share of long-term wear, but it only works fully when paired with the second habit, which has nothing to do with timing and everything to do with what actually goes into the engine. Step 2. Matching viscosity to real conditions, not the season label. default picture running the exact same oil viscosity year-round through freezing winter mornings and blistering summer highway drives, simply because that is the single weight listed on the oil cap, and nobody ever suggested otherwise. A single viscosity rarely performs optimally across extreme seasonal swings. Oil that flows well in summer heat can thicken excessively in freezing temperatures, delaying proper lubrication during the exact cold start moments that cause the most engine wear, while oil suited for winter can thin out too much under sustained summer highway heat, reducing the protective film between moving parts. This habit calls for actually adjusting viscosity seasonally, where your climate genuinely swings between extremes, using a slightly lighter weight for winter cold starts and a slightly heavier one for sustained summer heat, always staying within the range your specific engine's manual actually approves. This does not mean experimenting outside what your engine is rated for. It means using the full range your manufacturer already approves, rather than defaulting to a single weight out of habit or convenience. Most Volkswagen manuals actually list more than one approved viscosity for different climates, a detail that goes unnoticed by most owners who never read past the single number stamped on the oil cap. That small seasonal adjustment keeps your engine properly protected in conditions the factory's single, one-size-fits-all viscosity recommendation was never perfectly built to handle. Next is a step almost no owner outside this tradition has ever heard of, and it happens at the exact moment of the oil change itself. If you want your Volkswagen to be the one still running strong at 300,000 miles instead of the one sitting in a shop, subscribe now, because the next two steps are where most of this technique's real value actually comes from. Step 3. The filter change. Nobody talks about. Think about changing your oil regularly but reusing the same filter for 2 service intervals in a row, assuming a filter is durable enough to simply keep filtering indefinitely as long as oil keeps flowing through it. An oil filter has a finite capacity for trapping contaminants, and once it approaches that limit, it becomes less effective at catching new particles, and in some designs can even begin bypassing unfiltered oil directly into the engine under certain pressure conditions, defeating the entire purpose of a fresh oil change. The habit here is simple. Every single oil change gets a new filter, without exception, treating the two as an inseparable pair rather than treating the filter as something that can stretch across multiple services to save a few dollars. The cost difference here is genuinely minor, often less than the price of a single tank of gas, which makes it one of the easiest habits on this entire list to adopt immediately with zero learning curve or extra effort required. That consistency ensures the freshly changed oil is actually being filtered properly from the very first mile, not fighting against a filter already nearing the end of its usable life. Coming up is the 4th and final habit, and it is the one most owners skip entirely because it takes real discipline to stick with. Step 4. Tracking oil condition between changes. Imagine going months between oil changes without ever actually checking the oil itself, relying entirely on a dashboard reminder to tell you when service is due, with no real sense of how the oil is holding up in between. Oil condition can degrade faster than expected under hard driving, towing, or extended idling, and a dashboard reminder calculated around average conditions has no way of accounting for a specific driving pattern that is wearing oil down faster than normal. This habit involves a quick monthly check, pulling the dipstick and looking at both color and texture, watching for oil that has turned unusually dark or gritty well ahead of the next scheduled change, which is a clear signal to move the interval up rather than waiting for the reminder light. This entire check takes under 2 minutes and requires nothing more than a paper towel and a few seconds of attention. Yet it is the single habit on this list most owners skip entirely, simply because nothing about it feels urgent until the day it would have actually mattered. That small monthly habit turns oil changes from a fixed schedule into a responsive one that actually reflects how your specific Volkswagen is being driven. And that covers all 4 core habits behind this entire technique. But there is one mistake that can quietly undo every bit of progress they create. What this actually looks like over the life of the car. Picture 2 identical Volkswagens, same engine, same trim, same starting mileage, driven by 2 different owners for the next 15 years. One follows the factory reminder light exactly and nothing more. The other follows these 4 habits consistently from day 1. By year 5, the difference is barely noticeable to either owner. Both cars still running well, both still under the impression that an oil change is an oil change no matter how it is done. The gap only becomes visible much later, typically somewhere past the 150,000 mile mark, when the first car starts showing gradually increasing oil consumption between changes, a telltale sign of wear building up on cylinder walls balls and piston rings. The second car, protected by shorter intervals, properly matched viscosity, fresh filters every time, and early detection of degraded oil, often shows none of those symptoms at the same mileage, continuing to run with the kind of tight, clean internals more commonly associated with a car half its age. That gap is not evidence of a manufacturing difference between the two engines. It is the compounding result of thousands of small decisions made or skipped at every single oil change over more than a decade. Which brings us to the one mistake capable of erasing all of that accumulated benefit in a single service. The mistake that silently cancels out the entire benefit. Picture doing everything right, shortening the interval, matching viscosity to the season, changing the filter every time, and checking oil condition monthly, but consistently topping off with whatever oil happens to be on sale rather than one that actually meets your engine's specific certification requirements. Using an oil that does not meet your Volkswagen's specific manufacturer certification, even if the viscosity number matches, can mean missing critical additive packages the engine was actually designed around, quietly undermining every other careful habit in this entire routine. The fix is simple but non-negotiable. Always confirm the oil meets your specific engine's manufacturer approval, not just a generic viscosity match, before it ever goes into the engine, regardless of price or convenience. That approval information is usually printed directly on the bottle itself, or easy to confirm with a quick search of your specific engine code. And it takes less time to check than it does to actually pour the oil in, making it one of the lowest effort, highest impact checks in this entire routine. Get that one detail right, and the other 4 habits finally have the chance to actually do what they were designed to do. Protecting an engine that is mechanically capable of running far longer than most owners ever give it credit for. The bottom line. Here is what makes this approach different from just another oil change tip. It is not one trick. It is 4 small habits working together, each one addressing a specific weakness in how a modern engine wears down over time. From combustion byproducts building up in the oil, to viscosity breaking down in extreme temperatures, to fine particles slowly grinding away at bearing surfaces. None of these 4 habits requires expensive parts or a specialist mechanic. They require consistency and a willingness to treat oil changes as more than a once-a-year chore to get out of the way as cheaply as possible. That shift in mindset is really the entire secret. It was never a hidden product or a mysterious additive. It was always just a more disciplined relationship with a maintenance task most owners rush through without thinking. Engines built to run 500,000 miles are not lucky. They are engines that had contaminants removed before they could do damage, viscosity matched to conditions instead of ignored, and were monitored closely enough that small problems never became expensive ones. Every Volkswagen on the road today is mechanically capable of that kind of lifespan. Very few ever get the chance to prove it. There is also nothing stopping you from starting this technique on a car that already has 50 or 100,000 miles on it. The habits do not require a fresh start to be effective. They simply start protecting the engine from whatever point you begin, meaning even a car with real mileage already on the odometer can still benefit from every year of disciplined maintenance still ahead of it. So the next time your oil change reminder comes on, think about whether you are just checking a box or actually giving your engine what it needs to still be running strong decades from now. That one shift in approach is the entire difference between an engine that gets replaced and one that gets remembered.